Hey everyone, I'm on I Love Beauty.
Okay.
This, darn, see, okay. Hey everyone, this is Jenna. I'm here to talk about high blood pressure. I had placed something out in my one of my many health groups about high blood pressure, and you would be surprised how many people have high blood pressure. And I'm one of them who have been dealing with high blood pressure for a long time. I'm 39, so my whole life. And I deal with it naturally. And so I come on this platform to talk about ways or the reasons why you may have high blood pressure. So I was talking to someone, and they said, well, their doctor told them that it is hereditary. Well, high blood pressure, of course, it can be hereditary, but it's not necessarily through your bloodstream. It is hereditary through what you eat and your lifestyle. So, case in point, both of my parents had high blood pressure. They also had type 2 diabetes. Unfortunately, by the time I realized that my lifestyle was just like theirs, I too have gotten it now. But I deal with it naturally. Okay. And so that's why I come on here. I've been losing weight. In fact, guys, if you are looking to lose weight and you're like, what can I do? Where can I start? Please join my group, myholisticcounselor.com. You can also email me at aholisticme@gmail.com as well. I've lost about a good 8 pounds in the last week or so. And I've been doing some things. I have a goal in mind that I am trying to lose about 30 pounds before I am 40. And I'll be 40 in the next few months. And there are some things you have to do, especially if you have high blood pressure. Some key things you have to do. First and foremost, you have to get your weight under control. Overweight does not mean that you're necessarily going to be 600 pounds. Overweight could just be 15 or 20 pounds overweight, no matter what size you are. And it could be putting some difficulties on your body. And that stress is going to basically cause you to have high blood pressure. So high blood pressure is not just by what we eat. It's also about the chemicals that the body also releases. So we have stress chemicals. One of them is called cortisol. And when the cortisol is high through your bloodstream, your blood pressure is going to be high. Your heart rate is going to be high. So people who sweat a lot and have cold sweats and wake up and just all over the place, like with women, they tell us that when you're going through menopause, you're going to be sweaty and all of that. No, not necessarily. You don't have to go through all of that. In fact, in some cultures, menopause is not even a word. People don't go through menopause. That's something that they kind of preach to us Americans, that it's natural. And so anything that we feel that is natural, we think it's normal, and then we think that it's okay and it's healthy. So yeah, you're circulating cortisol, and a lot of us, we don't drink enough water. That's a huge reason why you have high blood pressure. We're 75% water at least, okay? And when we don't have water in our systems, our body basically starts to panic. That's why you have anxiety. That's why you're angry. That's why if someone says boo to you, you're like off the rockers. It's because you're just really imbalanced, okay? If you're brand new to my videos, please put up a number 81, okay? If you're interested in getting into my private lounge, health lounge, okay, right now, go ahead and just type up interested. If you type up interested, I need 10 people in this video to type up interested. And we're going to give you a link in this video that you can actually tap to go ahead, download the app, and become a member of our holistic lounge. That's no charge to that. It's just that I want to know, basically get to know you guys on a personal level that I'm not able to do on this particular page because it's so big. And so I don't go live on it much because it's too big, guys. And so I need to get people who, okay, so Miss Jasmine, you're interested. So I'm going to get the admin to go ahead and give these people a link that's only good for 30 minutes. It's only good for 30 minutes. This is really only for live. Okay. And so basically when you see the link, you go there and you just join while I'm live because it's only going to be good for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's timed. Okay. And so if you are interested in health, please let me know. Okay. Miss Z. Okay. I see you. I see you. All right. So yeah, me, when I was younger, and I mean much younger, like in my 20s, I used to get readings of 180 over 100. My heart rate used to be 100. My cycles were very heavy. I see you, Miss Shakita. Okay, so look out for that link. And babe, please, you got to give them the link. I'm not doing this for nothing. I swear to you, I'm not. Okay. Because my husband, he got me on camera. I'm usually not doing this, guys. I'm trying to retire. All right. Can you do it?
Not yet.
Okay. I thought you confirmed it.
I hadn't.
Okay. Well, once you do all of that. Guys, let me click out of here for 1 second. I have to help the admin. Hold on, okay? I do apologize. So I had to do some business. If you're interested in getting into my private health lounge, please type up interested. If you are a part of the paid part, please, you're already paying. Okay, this is for people, new people, just for me to get acclimated to them because I'm not able to go live as much on this platform, and I want to get people who are really interested in health. That way, you guys can benefit and see me in there. Okay, and I don't have to always go on this huge, humongous, huge page. You know what I mean? But yeah, I used to get like real high numbers. And now my average number is 110 over 71. I take pictures of all of my numbers and I share them in the groups. And basically I'm doing some things differently. Of course, when you get older, 30, 39, or, when you're above 35, your body starts to change. And if anybody's here and you're 35 and up, you probably can kind of like look back and remember when you were in your 20s. And it's like, oh my gosh, I could do so much. I could go all day and not eat. I could not sleep. I could eat anything I want. I could be as big as I want and not really pay for it. But then all of a sudden, when you get a certain age, there's the link, guys. Go ahead. Make sure you download the app. I'm only allowing a certain amount in. The first 10 people will be free. So come on, get in there. Okay. Get in there now. I'm going to give you're not missing anything. In fact, I'm going to stop talking so you guys will know that you're not missing anything. All right. And I'm going to ask everyone else to put up an 81 if you're brand new. If you're not brand new, put up a 100. I am Jenna. I am a holistic practitioner. And I'm on here just to basically promote being holistic. And whatever you're going through, there is things that you can do to get your body balanced. Okay? It's things you can do. You don't have to just be a person who just takes medication. Medication is awesome. It's an introduction, but it's not something that we can always rely on. You have to do a lot of other things behind the scenes. Don't ever rely on just medication. Medication is just basically an assistant. Okay? So you're the main, and the prescription is the assistant. So it's going to get your body rolling. If you have high blood pressure and you're on usually the average person who has high blood pressure, you're on 2 types of medicines at least. Just for blood pressure alone, you're on at least 2. I know when I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, like around 22 years old, they had given me 3 medications. 4. 4. I didn't stay on them long because I didn't like the way they made me feel, and I just felt like I was a loser or a failure at that age, is different than when you're 40 and you're being prescribed versus when you're 20. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 20 years old. I'm on 4. So yeah, I was on 2 different high blood pressure medicines. I also was on a diabetes pill, and I also was on a water pill to get rid of fluid. And I did not like that. Okay, Miss Pamela, you're interested? Great. So you go ahead and you join that group, and I'll talk to you privately, and hopefully you guys will become, clients of mine one day. But yeah, that's just an introductory group, and I just need you guys to go ahead. I hope you guys actually take advantage of this, guys. Because I'm not able to come live all the time and do these type of videos. Oh my gosh, in my older age, I just realized I'm not able to go live like that anymore. And so thankfully, I do have enough clientele where I don't have to go live anymore, and I have other things that I do. I blog and I coach people as well in health, so I'm blessed in that arena where I don't have to do this. But if you're on this video and you just was newly diagnosed or been diagnosed with blood pressure, and you want to do other things to help with your blood pressure issues, please join the group. The link is going to come up again, hopefully. MyHolisticCounselor.com is also pinned. That is for if you want to go ahead and jump in and become a member. It's for 1 year. 1 year. Okay? But yeah, my blood pressure, I was on 4 medications, didn't like it. I thought I was too young, so I had to lose a lot of weight. I was a lot bigger back when I was younger. Still found a man, or a man still found me. He loved me for the inside, but I had to lose that weight for me, for my health. And it wasn't something I had to do. Didn't have to go to the gym every day. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of working out and all of that. I didn't have to have necessarily a huge strict diet as well. I didn't have to do that. Babe, are you all right? Mm-hmm. Are you putting up the link? I just had to just change certain things that I was doing. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and type them up. Let's see if anybody's coming to the group. Oh, I wouldn't see it on here because I'm not a part of the group on here. Okay, guys, I see you coming over. Thanks. I got 1 person that came over. 12 people said they want it. See? That's why I'm getting too old for this. I see you, Z. When I'm done, I will certainly come on over. Guys, you're making this harder on me than it needs to be. It's free. Anybody else coming over, Biggie?
Let me check.
Oh, I know why. You got to verify that number. Okay. Jenna's petty. Yeah. You got to put your number in, guys. We got to make sure that it's real people, not just coming over there just to be nosy. Just put your real number in. Facebook's the same way. You got to put your phone number in to be verified. Once you do all of that, you can be a part of that group. Yeah. I was feeling some type of way. Hi, Miss Janae. I see you. But, yeah. How many people in here is having problems with blood pressure issues? How many? Say me. I want to see. And what are you guys doing? A lot of us, to be honest, we get that diagnosis of high blood pressure, and either you rely too much on the medication or you don't take it at all. So what happens is with the medication that we do take, in my opinion, it wants you to just basically lose fluid. You lose a lot of fluid. That's the first weight that you get you lose is the fluid. Okay? So when you see somebody losing weight, it's usually water. They're losing a lot of water. What comes with that water is potassium, magnesium, basically your key nutrients. So a lot of these medications, unfortunately, is going to make us dehydrated. And dehydration is not just the lack of water. You can be dehydrated and drink plenty of water. Dehydration is basically your electrolytes being imbalanced. Okay, so what these medications do is just basically takes all the water out, which is the salt too, and stuff like that. And so that's how your blood pressure goes down. Okay, that's how your blood pressure goes down. My mother, my mother takes meds. Hold on, y'all. My mother takes meds and mine is slightly high, so I'm not trying to be, right? Well, let me keep talking about what I was talking about. I was talking about what the medications do. So yeah, it helps us to basically lose fluid. And so within that fluid, what's happening is the salts are going out, but then you have to place things back in the body. That's the thing about medications. It's only for the symptom. So you're taking this blood pressure medicine, and it's literally just basically concentrating on your numbers. So on the monitor, you're getting better numbers. That's it. It's not to give back what it's taking from you. And so that's why I love a holistic approach. Excuse me, because the holistic approach is going to get to the base root cause of why your blood pressure is up in the first place. High blood pressure leads to so many problems. It leads to mental problems as well. That's why a lot of us nowadays are having anxiety issues. And you're feeling lethargic. I'm not going to use the D word. I don't like the D word. Lethargic, I'm going to use that word, okay? It causes you to have problems with eating and socializing and emotional problems. I mean, these are the things that high blood pressure leads to. It's not just strokes and heart attacks. That's what they basically teach us, to basically have like a fear on it. But they don't tell you the in-between of what's going on. You get what I'm saying? They don't tell you that. So before you get to the heart attack, before you get to the stroke, you're going to be anxious. You're not going to be eating. You're not going to be sleeping. You're not going to basically be at your optimal weight. There's so many other things that are going to happen and transpire before that last situation, which is a stroke or a heart attack. And so that's why I like to basically promote holistic, because you get to the base root cause. So the base root cause for me, I feel, was basically my diet choice. I was eating a lot of fast food when I was younger, eating sweets, even having like sugars. If you have a sweet tooth, you have high blood pressure, because when your blood pressure is elevated, your sugar's naturally going to be elevated too. That's just how it works. So that's why I always say, if you have high blood pressure, I always ask my clientele, do you have diabetes? And a lot of us, we have this horrible connotation on diabetes. Saying that you don't have diabetes, saying that you've never been tested for diabetes, does not say you don't have it. It's so many people walking around with diabetes that don't know it. Yeah, because diabetes really does not show like bad things. Usually other things that we're going through mimics. What's going on? Did she talk to him?
Well, she heard him.
Oh, and she got off?
Yeah. She just gonna order some blood work. She asked me how I was going. I said, hey, man, how you doing? She said, oh, I'm doing fine. I was sleeping. And that was it.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you saying?
No, she'll order some blood work next time you get his catheter changed, and she'll message his next appointment in January.
Oh, in January?
She'll text me a date.
Okay. Somebody said the link's not letting them in.
Oh.
It's letting people in because I see them letting them in.
But they can't type until they verify their number.
You can't type until you verify your number. So don't be coming in there and not wanting to verify because you're not a part of the group. You have to verify your phone number. I don't get your phone number. It's just to verify that you're a real person. Okay? So yeah, when you have high blood pressure, guys, other things are going to happen in between before that big number or that big stroke or whatever. Okay? Back when I was having high blood pressure issues, I couldn't think well. My temper was through the roof. I just thought it was a personality thing. I just thought, oh, I just get angry quick. No, my blood pressure was, something was going on with my blood pressure really, really bad. And, that's basically what's going on. So once you get that under control, you're going to see that your whole psyche and your whole being is going to change. Our bodies operate chemically. Everything is chemical. Everything. You get what I'm saying? People just think that, oh, well, it's nothing you can do. It's a lot of things you can do. I've seen a lot of people on social media telling people on social media to meditate. I didn't know about meditation when I was younger, but meditation is crucial in basically protecting yourself against having high blood pressure and the complications that comes with it. You have to meditate. You have to slow yourself down. It's not necessarily saying that you're in a room with Buddha and you have incense burning and you're on a mat and you're like, no. That's a part of it, except for the Buddha thing. But that's a part of it. But no, it's just slowing down your mind. Breathing is very important. It is very important. You're like, breathing? I'm breathing now. No. Breathing meaning basically being aware of your breath. Taking in, taking in air, holding your breath, and slowly letting things out. Because we take in good air and then we let out basically toxins when we breathe. That's why like when we're wearing masks and stuff, it has a double-edged sword there, because you're basically breathing in toxins, because what we breathe out is what our body does not need. What we breathe in is what we do need. But when we breathe it back out, it's not the same air in which we've taken in. So that's why yoga and meditation and all of the other things I'm sure you've heard of is very, very good for the body and very good for you, And so all communities need to do it, not just certain communities. We all need to do it, especially us of melanated people. We are the most hyper people ever. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because of how we were raised. We were raised on pork. We were raised on hot dogs, processed meats, Kool-Aid, sugar, bad food, single parent home, can hardly feed 5 children. And so a pack of hot dogs can feed 5 children quicker than some carrots and some celery. Let's just keep it real. It is what it is. And so this is a generational curse. Yes, we talk about all of the other things about what lives matter. But I'm going to say healthy food matters. Healthy eating matters. Healthy thinking matters. And so if you don't eat well, you're not going to think well, and you're not going to do well. That's basically how it is. You know what I mean? You can't go into someone's home who's eating hot dogs and expecting them to graduate from high school and college and become a doctor. It doesn't work that way. Their diet has to be better. And I hate to say that, because a lot of people may not agree with that, because you won't agree if you don't understand where I'm coming from. So let me back it up a little bit. When you feed your children junk, first and foremost, they're going to have this thing called ADHD, right? Attention deficit, ADD. They hyper. They ain't taking in nothing. Our children aren't learning because you're giving them a whole bunch of sugar. Sugar is the enemy. You get what I'm saying? If you're feeding them nothing but fast food, if you're feeding them everything in a box, don't expect them to make straight A's. They're not. More than likely, they are not. Not saying no one, because I'm not here to say 100%. Nothing I'm saying is 100%. I always speak in just, in general. Okay? And so if you give your children better food, their brains are going to be better. They're not going to have all of these diseases that are happening amongst their children. Like, children now are having high blood pressure and diabetes, and they're getting all kinds of problems, immunity issues and inflammation and things like that because of the diet that they're receiving. you know? And so I hope that helps out at least one person to start to feed their children. And, you know, some people may say, well, my child doesn't like vegetables. Well, that's because you give them a choice to not like vegetables. In my house growing up, I had to eat vegetables. That's just a part of the plate. You have your meat, even though I don't even eat meat anymore. I don't eat meat at all. No meat. Been feeling much better, losing weight like that. You know, that's one way you can lose weight. Stop eating meat. All meat, including fish, no meat. But yeah, you have your meat, you have your carb, and you have your vegetable. And your vegetables should be the largest part of your meal. Vegetables are so crucial. More than likely, if you're plant-based, or I'm going to say plant-based, if you're plant-based, you're not going to have blood pressure, just by blood pressure issues, just by default. You're just not. Your cholesterol is going to go down, your numbers are going to go down, your diabetes issue is going to go down, your inflammation is a major cause, another major cause of, I hear you, Miss Lisa. She says she doesn't eat meat either. Yeah. How do you feel? You know, how do you feel about that? I hope you feel awesome. I hope your body is feeling awesome. But you're more than likely, if you eat nothing but basically a plant-based diet, eat a plant-based diet for 30 days. All of your numbers are going to get better. Doctors will be like, what are you doing? They're going to be like, whatever you're doing, keep it up. It's true, you know, because meat is just so detrimental in the body after a while. Not putting it down, not pushing it up either. I'm just stating facts that you can find on Google, you know, that meat causes a lot of problems in the body. And after a while, our bodies just starts to slow down, you know what I mean? And, you know, not eating meat will basically help you live a longer life. So many documentaries on that, guys. I'm not saying anything that is not the truth as far as that. Your span of life will just be better, you know, if you don't eat meat. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the stars. You know, I never thought that I would actually be saying this in my life because I love meat. I grew up on meat. During this pandemic, I loved my little turkey burgers and all of that. And my body just said, that's it. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, what's the problem? Is it because I'm getting older? Is it because I'm stressed? No, it's because of the meat. And to be honest, the reason why I had to give it up is because now that we're being more docile, we're being a little more still because there's not a lot of things to do anymore, especially if you're a conscious person. I don't go out that much anymore. I don't go to public places. I'm in my home. And so with that being said, my body just started to change, and I can't put things in my body that takes more than 24 hours to process. And so meat does that. And so when we're eating meat, it's increasing our stress as well. It's basically causing a lot of inflammation. It's no other way for me to say it. The inflammation is through the roof. Inflammation. Okay? And so meat causes that, dairy causes that, and sugar causes that. Meat, dairy, and people think meat and dairy is the same. It's not. It comes from the cow, but if I had to say which is worse, dairy. Dairy is the worst. Why? Because it's liquid, and it goes straight to our bloodstreams. And so the estrogen levels in it, which high estrogens also is going to increase your issues with heart disease and strokes. And your blood pressure will be high. Ladies, if you have cycles that are very heavy, it's due to the fact of your estrogen levels and your blood pressure. I mean, I can basically just teach you guys all this for a long time. I could talk about this all day because this is all I do and this is all I study. And so if you're interested, like I said, if you're interested in getting into the holistic room, just go ahead and join that group. If you have any questions or concerns, thank you so much for those stars. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Lisa. And that's another thing with not eating meat. You know, for the most part, I thought that my skin was, for the most part, My skin's always been okay. I don't like talking about my skin because I don't want people to feel like it's vanity. But your skin is a huge indicator of your health, 9 times out of 10. Yeah. And so if you're a person who has acne or blotches, or your skin is just not to the point where you feel like it should be, go into your kitchen, which I call it the clinic. Your kitchen is your clinic. You can go in there and you can actually heal yourself or hinder yourself, in my opinion. But if you stop eating meat, stop eating dairy, stop eating a whole bunch of sugar in general, just cancel that. You can't say you want to lose weight and you want to look better, but you don't want to change your diet. And unfortunately, this is just such a microwave kind of industry now, world, where we want things in 30 seconds. We don't take an acknowledgement that, we might have had this weight on for 30 years and then you want it to leave in 30 days or 30 minutes. It doesn't work that way. But if you take just little small steps, you'll see small changes happen for you. And that is my dear opinion, you know what I mean? And so if you stop eating meat, your skin is going to change. First and foremost, you're going to see impurities come out of your skin that we have been basically compressing, if you will, with the foods that we eat, the preservatives. The preservatives that we have in our food is for a reason. They want to keep us around to eat their food. We're going to look like death. We're going to feel like death, but you're still going to be around. When you live a life of my caliber, of where I eat clean, I don't eat a whole bunch of preservatives, I feel everything within 10 minutes. So if you eat like, let me explain what I'm saying. Are you guys still here? Please go ahead and hit those hearts, because I'm about to break it down for you, how this thing works. But I need to see some hearts come across my screen. Go ahead, hit them hearts. If you are just tuning in, I am Jenna. I am a holistic practitioner, and we're talking about health. Okay, so I see some hearts. All right, so this is what happens when we go ahead and we eat all these foods with all of these, preservatives and things. They're preserving us so we don't feel symptoms. If you look on the back of your box of anything that you're eating, like, thank you, Miss Janae, for the stars. If you look on the back of the box of anything that is prepackaged, you see the sodium on the back of that? It's like 600-700 milligrams. Honey, you should have a migraine within 5 minutes of eating one piece of that. What makes you think that you shouldn't have a headache after all that salt? But the reason why you do have a headache after that salt is because of the preservatives that they put, which in my opinion is your indicators are being shut off. Hi, Miss Bettina, first time viewer. Awesome. Your indicators are being shut off. Like in your car. If you drive around on a car that does not let you know that the gas tank is empty, what's going to happen? Your car is going to conk out because it's going to run out of gas. You're like, why? What happened? Why didn't it give me an indicator? Why didn't it let me know that it was on E? Because your indicators were off. Well, same thing with us. As let's just keep it real. The car was made after the human body. We're first. We're above all things. Human life is above animals and things. And don't let anybody else tell you anything different. It's the truth, okay? We might be thinking that money and products and all of that is more important than your human body. I'm here to tell you that's not true. Our human body is more important. So everything was built after the human body. So if I ate pork, I haven't had pork in years. If I had a piece of pork today, I would get a migraine within 10 minutes because I do not eat a lot of foods. I don't eat foods with preservatives. I live a paleo life, a very, very natural life. Everything I eat, for the most part, I cook it myself or it's fresh, meaning I eat fruits and I eat veggies. Okay, so if you eat a whole bunch of foods with preservatives, those preservatives is basically to turn off all of your indicators. So by the time you realize you have diabetes, you're darn near at death's door. Meaning you could have gotten a darn diagnosis of a huge disease that would be horrendous for you to have to heal. Okay? Versus if your indicators were not shut off, you would have known that this food makes you feel like crap and you won't eat it anymore. But if you felt that way, the industry wouldn't make money. I hope I have basically enlightened somebody with that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If so, put yes. Because I don't want to talk to you and you don't understand where I'm coming from. Basically, I'm saying that the preservatives are to basically knock off your indicators. So even though you may feel fine, you may be able to still function, your insides are screaming, but you're not hearing it. And by the time you hear it, it'll be too late. Okay? And so that's why you're not supposed to eat all of those foods with all of those preservatives in it, because you should have headaches after eating something with 2,000 milligrams of sodium. You should have a headache after drinking a whole can of soda. You should. The sugar alone in the soda is going to basically demise everything in you in 1.3 seconds. I'm a woman who loves soda. And soda I feel like it kicked me over the hill to become a diabetic. I'm not saying any brands. Y'all won't get me on that, will you, Biggie?
No.
You know? But there are laws now against certain sodas now. They can't, sell a certain size. And, if you notice in the fast food community, it's not no super size it anymore. I think that the documentary Super Size Me really brought light. If you haven't seen that documentary, it's very old. I think you can watch it on YouTube. It's so old. But it enlightened me. And I would suggest, and even if you've seen it, crack it back out and watch it, because sometimes, that documentary is 15 years old, over 15 years old. So it's no possible way you remember it. And maybe after becoming more of a conscious consumer, you can actually watch that documentary again and maybe get some more gems from it, But I caught it back when it came out, and I think they were just talking about the industry of fast food and the nuggets at the fast food and what they're made out of, and we give them to our children. A lot of fast food joints, they cater to the children first. We know that major fast food joint that we all loved and grew up on. In fact, they're the only chain that actually really promotes to children. But when you promote to children, you have a lifetime member, And so the worst people we could ever give that type of food to is our children, because you don't give them a fighting chance, because they're just growing and everything like that. And the children are our future. And so if you're giving them junk, who's going to be our doctors? Who is going to be our lawyers? Who is going to be our nurses? Who is going to be our holistic practitioners in the future if all of us are just sick, And so I just, unfortunately, like, the younger you are when you are diagnosed with diabetes, it does dictate how your life is going to be, especially if you're not conscious about it. It takes years off of your life, the quality of your life. So this high blood pressure, it's not good. And I encourage you guys to take care of yourselves, take care of your body. You only get one. I don't give a darn what these people are telling you to go out and get surgeries. And, if you don't have pretty skin, just go ahead and put makeup on. If you want a butt, go ahead and buy it. If you want bigger boobs, go ahead. I'm not a darn doll baby. I'm a human being. And so when you go out and you have these certain surgeries, it does something to you. Like K. Michelle. Case in point, K. Michelle, the poster child of basically doing her body. She had to basically stop when she, got sick. She had to take all of that stuff out of her body because it was actually causing her problems. She wanted to have more children. She couldn't because she got all of those surgeries, because really, to be honest, she had issues with her own mind as far as how she looked. That's where it starts. You know what I mean? So I said, I do videos all the time. I've been doing this for a long time, over 5+ years. I've been doing social media and putting myself out there. And I never wanted to allow people to make me feel so insecure where I go out there and I do something that will really hurt me. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You just get in your kitchen and you do some research, or you become, or you get a holistic person or somebody to help you to basically dictate what you eat. And once you do that, you'll see your pounds come off. PCOS, I was diagnosed with PCOS. I don't have it. I don't have those symptoms of PCOS anymore. What is the symptoms of it? Hair, darkness around your neck, not getting your cycle every month, not able to lose weight. No, I've lost a lot of weight. In fact, how much weight have I lost entirely since I have been doing this less meat, or no meat? 16 pounds, and I've only been doing this for maybe a month. Yeah. So, and I was told I have PCOS, and PCOS is a major cause of women not being able to lose weight. But polycystic ovarian syndrome, that's like just throwing a penny in a bucket. It's like, where do you start? Where do you finish? It's basically, you have high blood pressure. When you have PCOS, you have diabetes. That's a definite. So anybody who's actually listening to this, if you have PCOS, you have those two. I don't give a darn what you say or what your doctor says. You have both of them. And if you actually go ahead and pinpoint those situations and try to basically heal those situations, your PCOS will heal. Okay? If you're overweight, you have estrogen dominance. I can say that flat out. If you're overweight and you find that you basically are having problems with that, you have estrogen dominance. Yeah. If you have endometriosis, if you have fibroids, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes. I'm just going to flat out and tell you that. You shouldn't have to have a doctor tell you that, because once the doctor tells you, it's official. They're going to give you a whole bunch of medication. They're going to tell you to have surgeries. They're going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff. You need to basically learn how to diagnose yourself in this body, because we're kind of in control of it, you and God, because God made the body. He loaned us this body, so why shouldn't I know about how to heal it? All right, guys. So I'm going to give you a few more seconds. Janae, you are already a part of my paid group. Don't you come in this group, girl. If you're still in here, I'm going to ask admin to go ahead and put that group up and see if you guys want to just go ahead and join. We can talk more about it. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Is there anything else I should have said?
I don't know, guys. Make sure you ask your questions. We're an open forum on here, so feel free to type them up. Any questions will be addressed.
Okay, so the link that just popped up, you guys go there, tap on that, put your number in to verify your account so you can become a member there. Okay? Come there with your questions. Come there. This is for people who want to basically try a holistic approach to whatever they're going through. Hi, Miss Lacasia, is it? Hi, I see you. Apparently you know me because you said Jenna. Yes, okay. So hopefully, Miss Lacasia, you go ahead and you actually join that group. So guys, when you don't see me on here, we can stay in contact on the group that we just shared. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to see. Hold on. Okay, guys. Asking for a friend. Is it safe to become vegan while on dialysis? Okay. Well, I don't do that asking for a friend stuff. That's very immature. So I'm not going to even answer that question. Okay. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.
A consultation. Mm-hmm.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Guys, if you want to keep in contact with me, make sure that you join my groups, because that's where I put all of my attention to, all of my members that are in my little private groups and my paid groups and things like that. If you are looking to take a holistic approach to anything, guys, join my holisticcounselor.com. It is $100 for 1 year. That's less than $10 a month. What you would get with that is you would get access to a holistic practitioner. That's me. You would get a very lengthy consultation where basically I take you through a series of things, just basically to get to know you, just like in your doctor's office. They have questions and things like that, and you have to answer as honestly and be as transparent as possible so you can actually get help. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I do herbal therapies, I do natural therapies, I do foods that you should eat, foods that you shouldn't eat. I mean, there's so many. It's like billions of foods that we have never heard of or never even thought that were medicinal, that will help you with those issues. So I am a person who is a fan of using food. Number one, using food as your medicine, because food is our medicine. And then we go for the herbs and we go for different vitamins and maybe even supplements. But supplements are down the line. The first thing we need to do, of course, is we need to get into what we eat on a daily basis, because that's what the body loves: food, fruits, vegetables, and things like that. That's what our blood loves and things like that. Supplements are foreign, vitamins are foreign, but food is not. And so that's how we deal with losing weight and things like that. It's all about the foods that we eat and the things that we must give away, get off of, and basically, you just have access to me anytime you want. If you have a question, if you really do have a question for a friend, I would answer it once you become a member. Okay, guys, thank you so much.